Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Satnam, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind. This is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. Today we're going to talk about the full moon in Scorpio through the lens of human design. So we're going to look at the human design transit for this full moon. We've already covered the astrology. I did that broadcast this past week, I think Thursday night. So you can check the replay of that. But really today we focus on what gate the full moon is happening at, what's the significance of that, and any other aspects going on within the human design transit that are important to look at and take into account. So before we dive in, thank you for being here watching live and also for watching the replay. I want to invite you to please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And also download my free moon astrology guide, which has been upgraded, and you will get entered into my email list. And I send out a weekly moon magic report letting you know of all of the current events that are happening for the week in our global community, which is our private space that you can join simply by creating a login and a password. So the community is free, and it's exciting because we do a lot of free events. But today in our Starseed membership, we did our Taurus season workshop where we talked about all of the important themes of Taurus season, and what this means for us in our chart based off of where the sun is transiting our chart. So it's super important to know this information because we are meant to flow by design through the astrological year through our chart. And that is our biggest focus in the Starseed membership. I do want to do a screen share to share with you our exciting things that are happening. Let me find it real quick. But to just share with you, we are currently going through our Starseed astrology school, which is amazing. It's a 6-week class where you basically learn to do Starseed readings to find out what are Starseed markings, What are the most famous ones, important ones, fundamental ones, such as Arcturus, Sirius, Pleiades, Orion? If you have these starseed markings in your chart, what does it mean and how to interpret the charts? So far we've covered Andromeda, Hathor, Venusian starseed markings, and Algol, darkness to light portal, Pleiades, Aldebaran, Orion, Sirius, Regulus, Ursa Major, Arcturus, Centaurus, and Antares, which we did last night. And then we have 2 weeks left. Ophiuchus, Galactic Center, and Lyra is what we're covering next week. And week 6 is the Aquila starseeds, Fomalhaut, Pegasus, and then putting it all together. So it's been really fun. There's still time to join us. There are replays of all of the classes, so you can still purchase the class even after it's been completed. It's going to be kind of there for whoever wants to access and learn this information. So it's really exciting. And if you have not yet, my Seasons and Stargates book, annual guide, and embodiment workbook are now officially out. This is the astrology for the entire year. It goes over important information about the basic energies of the season, what we're supposed to be focusing on, what does the season mean for you in your own personal chart. The embodiment workbook is basically like workshopping through the energies. I also give you a calendar of major transits and stargates in the workbook, and then also go into the astrology of each new and full moon that happen during these seasons. And so we just went through Aries season, which was the eclipses. And now with this full moon in Scorpio, we're now officially in Taurus season. So season 2 of our crazy reality life. That's funny. And it's exciting because now we get to slow down a little bit and feel the magic start to unfold of all the things and themes and things that we initiated in Aries season. So check out the book. You can buy the paper copy of the guide, and the Stargates embodiment workbook is in ebook format. But it's super exciting to have these things out and available for the public. And in our Starseed membership, we are using the book and the workbook to move through the year together. So that's the best way to connect with the information of the book. So thank you for letting me share that. Let's dive into human design. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat as well. Hello, Maria. Welcome in. Making 2 events in one day. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Bernadine. Hello, Erica. And hello, Ping. Thank you guys for being here, showing up. And without further ado, let's talk about this frickin' moon, this full moon. So the biggest significance of this moon in general is that, sorry, I gotta just do a little bit of adjusting here, is that it is closing off the eclipse portal that we just had when it comes to Aries season. And what this basically means is that the lessons and all of the things that have shown up, excuse me, in our lives this last 30 days will now continue to unfold, and we will continue to integrate for the next 6 months. And this specific full moon is the one that closes that portal, closes that door, and whatever we discovered, initiated, and launched into existence in our lives in Aries season, we will now move through as a huge theme of the journey of our life for this year. And what you're looking at on the screen right now is the chart of this full moon. Now, the full moon is happening on the 28th gate, which is significant. That's one of the things I want to talk about. So it's in the spleen. It is the center of intuition. It's a really strong energy. It does connect to the channel of struggle. So if anybody has the 38, which I do, it will mean that this full moon will complete this channel for you. If you have the channel of struggle in your chart, then what you're going to feel is an enhanced energy of this channel in your life, in the way that you experience it, in the way that you encounter it. Thank you, Ping. That's really sweet. And then the other thing that I want to talk about in this broadcast as well is this channel of initiation, which is in one of the gates. The 51st gate is where we had the eclipse, the Aries, the total solar eclipse in Aries, which is the gate of shock, and literally shocked us in our lives into awakening, into initiation. And it is an energy that definitely begins something that launches us into some kind of an adventure where we will discover and learn and grow and expand. And so it's cool that this channel of initiation is still, it's active right now, because we have Neptune on the gate 25, and then we have the North Node and Mercury on gate 51. So we'll talk about this channel as well, because it is very significant. For those of us that don't have this channel in our chart, we will feel its magnetic energy. We're definitely feeling it already right now since the eclipse. It'll highlight whatever the eclipse brought into our lives. And if you have the channel, you're going to feel an enhanced energy, a magnification of the energy. So let's start with the actual full moon though, which is where this is happening. You've got the sun on the 27th gate and the moon on the 28th. So the 27th is the gate found in the sacral center called the gate of caring. And the 28th is in the spleen called the gate of the game player. So I'm just going to kind of highlight this area here. So the moon is happening on the spleen, and the spleen is a center for intuition, intuitive awareness. It's like a deep knowing, in the now awareness, comes in like subtle ways and does not repeat itself. So if we're not paying attention, we can miss the importance of the message that is coming through. But the moon being on the gate of the game player is an energy of always being ready to take risks in order to find meaning in our lives. We read for the astrology broadcast that the energy of the shadow of the 28th gene key is purposelessness, and how stepping into purpose doesn't have to do with like actually finding what we would like logically consider something to be a purpose, but to actually just live our life. And by living our life and by being one with the all, like just being a part of it and knowing that we're a part of it, we are fully living our purpose. So there's a part of this moon that is calling us to take a risk, because taking risks is what is going to bring more meaning into our lives. In this gate lies the potential for an individual to know spontaneously what is worth fighting for and what is not. Driven by a fear of life running out, which is also the fear of death, these people are ready to take any risk that makes them feel more alive. However, as long as they are listening to their intuition and following their strategy, there is no such thing as a risk for them. This is the gate of the need to find purpose in one's life, which is so interesting because we have just come out of this very powerful Aries season and eclipse season, like basically initiating huge change and huge shift in our life. And now it's kind of like we are really being called to understand, why are these things happening for us? What's the meaning of all of this? And when you find that meaning, that's when you start to feel more like you are living your purpose. If you have the 38, you'll have the channel of struggle complete. But if you don't have the 38, you can feel like you're going from one thing to the next in search for meaning. without actually finding it. Hello, Kim. Welcome in. So what happens if you do have the 38? I have Jupiter, so this energy is going to be super intense for me. It'll define my spleen, and it will basically allow me to really trust. I will work with it by trusting my intuitive messages. So the channel of struggle is part of the knowing circuit, which is the individual circuit, which means we're really on our own journey. And that also fits into this energy of Aries that we've been working with, of our sense of self with the North Node in Aries, like finding out who we are, finding the courage to be ourselves. So if you have the 38, this is what you're going to feel during this full moon, that your life will be an archetypal hero's journey against overwhelming odds. The goal is to remain yourself and go your own way no matter what anyone else thinks or says. This is the I did it my way mentality. These people love a good fight and are here to hone themselves on life. They are also here to stand up for themselves, and consequently often have to do it alone. Because this is a projected channel, they need to have people in their lives that allow them to struggle. Theirs is a constant struggle between purpose and lack of purpose, right? Remember you saying that, Rebecca. The struggle in this channel is deeply individual and is punctuated by unpredictable periods of melancholy. Their fear of time running out drives them to get as much out of life as possible. However, these individuals actually give direction to society and can be of enormous value in empowering others. Their great strength is their stubbornness. They will not give up on something that holds meaning for them. And then due to its connection with the spleen, it's also a health channel. And so we are going to feel healthiest when pushing ourselves. We need, our fighting spirit to be alive in some form so that we can feel that we can push ourselves in whatever way we feel we need to push ourselves. So what I get from this energy, which I actually really like, is that this moon is definitely guiding us, one, to find more meaning in our lives, to know what we're fighting for, to know what's worth fighting for. And if you happen to have the 38, which I do, to put the effort, the physical push, the physical struggle, the need to fight to a right cause, in the right direction, to align it in the right direction so that you feel like, hey, what I'm doing, even though it's hard and challenging and difficult, it is worth it because it is going to mean this or this or this. I mean, I can't think of a more powerful energy to transition out of the eclipses and into the season of Taurus, where we get to slow down and slow and steady wins the race. We are finding meaning. This full moon is asking us to find meaning, to know what we're fighting for. And I think that is just freaking phenomenal. And then we can also look at where the sun is, which is on the 27th gate, which is the gate of caring. And it has to do with taking care of other people or having a desire to take care of other people. But of course, hello, Raessa, we have to focus on where the moon is, because the moon creates the full moon energy. And so in this case, it's really about that 28th gate. However, there is a channel that will be defined for all of us. And it is the channel of initiation, which is being created by the North Node and Mercury and Neptune in the 51st and the 25th gates. And the cool thing about both of these channels, like the channel of struggle and the channel of initiation, are actually both individual circuitry, which means this full moon is really about listening to yourself. Like, remember, I wrote this in the book and people were laughing about it earlier today in our Taurus season workshop, how it's like, no one's coming with you, you know? You gotta do this shit yourself. If there's changes that need to happen, you gotta do it. The eclipse initiated you into something, and it's like, it's up to you. You hold the power in your hands to create the change, to do the thing. The universe is supporting us in this change that's showing up in our lives with these very strong and clear messages. It's up to us to like, what do we do with that energy? So the channel of initiation is a design of needing to be first. Your life is a series of leaps into the unknown. You are born with the spirit of a warrior, and you are here to learn to walk your path on your own. Take courage, leap when the need calls, and worry about the consequences afterwards. Whoa. This is a channel of mystical direction as well, a design of leaping into the void. We were talking about this in Taurus season, how we have all really taken a huge leap into the void and been facing our fears. So if you're doing that, you're on track. Even though it's scary AF, you are on track. In the mundane world, these people are deeply competitive by going into new arenas, stretching themselves beyond their normal limits. That is 100% happening right now, at least personally in my life. Shocking themselves and others, they are here to feel the wonder of their own unique spirit. These people also like to test the limits of their endurance and can end up transcending their own sense of power into a totally fresh and mystical experience of themselves. Like, what? The 3410 doesn't transcend. It only feels its power through displaying it before others. But this one is about this energy of transcendence. These are people who can initiate others into doing things that they wouldn't normally do. They love to be the first to enter a new arena, and they carry a powerful design in the business world where they empower organizations through their individual flair and gutsy approach to getting what they want. So this is the gate of the spirit of the self, the 25. This is where Neptune is, which is intuition, super strong energy, right? And the gate of shock with North Node, destiny and Mercury, communication, and the mind and hermetic alchemy. So the channel of initiation, we are being initiated right now. Aries season, the eclipses was a huge initiation, a huge leap into the void. Like, we are going places. We are discovering new things in our lives, and it is amazing. And the moon, the full moon that closes off the portal, is saying, hey, let's find the meaning of this. Hello, Ashley. Let's turn this into something purposeful and meaningful so that we know what we're fighting for. We know what we are ready to be the warrior for. So all of this has a very warrior type energy. Like, whatever you want to call it, warrior of the light, warrior of, in a spiritual sense, a spiritual warrior. We have to be the warrior. There's no other way around it. And the warrior is like the hero. It's the fool. It's the hero's journey. The warrior usually, you go with other warriors, but really it's about the hero's journey of doing it yourself, going on the journey yourself, exploring yourself, finding yourself through the process, awakening, changing. And so this is a huge time of initiation. You better be moving forward as best as you can. Don't waste this energy. It's a catapult to forward movement. And now we are going to realize with this full moon why we are doing it. What's the meaning of this initiation? What is the reason behind it? What can we back with our energy and our courage and our ability to struggle to make amazing things happen in life, but to struggle to fight for what we believe in, to fight for what's important for us in our lives, to fight for our purpose. So dude, this is crazy, wild, beautiful energy. And these are the two main things that are going on for this full moon. So as the eclipse portal closes with this full moon in Scorpio, we are finding more depth, being asked to find the true meaning of the experience, the push, the struggle, the why behind the fight. Like, what are you fighting for? This is the moon that's telling you, like, you need to like recognize and know that very clearly. What are you fighting for? And then if you're fighting for something that means a lot to you, then you're going to have more strength, more energy, more drive, more motivation to actually fight for that thing that you really want in your life. So that is freaking powerful and freaking magical. And I do hope that you take advantage of this energy, because it's rare, you know? There's a lot going on. At the same time, it's scary. We're facing our fears. We're facing like all of these things that like can make life chaotic. We're experiencing all of them. But if you don't resist the tower moments, like the shock, then you will surrender yourself to this process and think about the end result in the end of the astrological year, where you are going to feel like you actually accomplished something. Just amazing. All right, you guys, this was a quick broadcast, but super powerful energies that we are dealing with. So you want to make sure you look at your chart and you look at, do I have the 38? If you have the 38, the channel of struggle will be complete. That's a positive thing. And we all have the channel of initiation. We're all being initiated. So I wish you luck on this kind of magical, crazy, wild adventure that we are on this year. And I hope to see you. I want to invite you. You're welcome, Maria. I want to invite you to celebrate with us. We're going to celebrate here on Tuesday night, the day of the full moon, here on YouTube. And I'll be playing songs. I'll be chanting with the drum, doing a collective card reading. So come join us for that. And yeah, enjoy this crazy, wild time. And good luck with everything. So Sat Nam, and I'll see you all again very soon.